There are plenty who've tried to improve the securities investment process while introducing new investment opportunities. US-based Promethium says it's offering a solution in the shape of the first regulated, full-service public market for blockchain securities, a cost-efficient platform for issuing, trading, and processing that can close the gap between the company's vision and the investors who want to put their money behind them. I'm here in Davos to talk to Aaron Kaplan from Promethium. Aaron, good to talk to you. I'm sure a lot of people understand blockchain a bit. Some might even have quite a grasp of the concept. But for us mere mortals who are new to this, give us an idea of how Promethium works.
Sure. Thank you for having me. Promethium is the first 24-hour, full-service, compliant ecosystem for the issuance, trading, clearance, settlement, and custody of blockchain securities. We integrate the benefits of distributed ledger technology to basically upgrade the existing market infrastructure. At Promethium, we're focused on the future of investing.
So in layman's language, that means you're encouraging people to trade using blockchain in securities that are already blockchain compliant?
In layman's terms, I would say we're creating Wall Street 2.0 that integrates the benefits of blockchain and distributed ledger technology to introduce efficiencies, eliminate redundancies, and reduce costs.
Okay, so what are the hurdles in front of you for getting that going? Presumably regulation is part of it.
The industry has historically seen regulation as a burden. We view regulation as a sword and a shield that allows us to have investor protections and market integrity. While it might be slow in the regulatory process, regulation is inherently evolutionary, not revolutionary, and regulators are incredibly prudent. But we've worked with regulators for a long time now to ensure that they're comfortable with our blockchain-based securities ecosystem and the benefits it provides to investors, traders, and financial professionals.
So in a nutshell then, what benefit does it provide to traders and investors?
By integrating the benefits of distributed ledger technology, you're just upgrading the existing market infrastructure. Historically, markets are an amalgamation of different technologies piled on top of each other for generations, which leads to inefficiencies and redundancies, and there's also a human component which leads to errors. By using distributed ledger technology, we eliminate costs, create efficiencies, and basically automate a lot of the compliance functions.
When you say exchanges like Wall Street are riddled with inefficiencies, what would you be leaving behind? What inefficiencies are you looking to get rid of?
When a blockchain security is issued and changes ownership, basically that data is written to the blockchain, thereby eliminating legacy processes like DTC and manual transfer agent work.
Making it more efficient, making it easier to use?
Eliminating the middleman.
Okay, so if I decide to take up with Promethium, what's my trading experience going to be like?
Your trading experience will be the same trading experience you're used to. We have integrated both the brokerage and market structure, which essentially allows people to feel comfortable with their investing experience. When you invest in Promethium, you invest through a brokerage account, similar to any other brokerage account you use. When you trade on our secondary market, on our exchange component, you're trading using an equity-based marketplace, which allows traders and financial professionals to feel comfortable as if they're using a traditional securities trading platform.
Wait, so if I log into a trading base organized by Promethium, it'll react in exactly the same way? I won't even be aware that I'm using blockchain securities?
You should never be aware you're using a blockchain. What you should be aware is that you're getting the benefits of that blockchain.
So your background, and indeed your family's background, and it's a family firm, Promethium, is securities law. So there's two things that strike me. One is you could have made a perfectly good living as a family firm in securities law. And also, what is it about your background that informs this work you're doing now?
So when you think about what Promethium does, we're at the intersection of securities regulation, financial services, and distributed ledger technology. Promethium was actually incubated out of my family's law firm, Gus Ray Kaplan Nussbaum, which is a Wall Street-based securities law firm that's been on Wall Street for over 40 years. When the SEC came out in July 2017 with the Dow report that essentially said that tokens and digital assets were securities, we realized that we had the knowledge base, we had owned brokerage firms, and we had been in the blockchain space since 2013. So we were able to operationalize our knowledge to create the first public marketplace for digital assets and blockchain securities.
Was the timing in that important? Could it have happened 10 years before, or did you need a certain level of technology and data use for this to work?
Before blockchains came about, there wasn't an apparent upgrade that would be so beneficial to the securities industry. But blockchains presented a unique opportunity. We realized that opportunity. And as soon as the SEC came out and essentially said that tokens and digital assets were securities, we basically seized that opportunity and launched Promethium.
You said upgrade. Is this an improvement or is this something totally new?
It's an improvement. So what you want to do is integrate the benefits of blockchain securities, of distributed ledger technology, into the existing market infrastructure to make it more efficient and basically upgrade the capital markets.
So if I came to look at your firm and then just said, I'm sorry, this will never work. This is too confusing for me. I can't work with this. It's too scary. The technology is too new. What would you say?
Are you afraid of your brokerage account? Are you afraid of trading on any sort of secondary market? It's the same thing. Now, when you look at the virtual currency industry, there's not the systems in place that have the market integrity, there's not the risk management procedures, but basically we've integrated the entire equity marketplace structure, which ensures that the markets have integrity and is based on the federal securities laws, which have been tried and tested over the course of generations.
Blockchain is often associated with the cryptocurrency market. Is that some sort of a stain, something you have to work through to reassure people that that's not what they're getting into?
Yes. Historically, blockchain has been associated with virtual currencies. But blockchain is just a technology that can be used in the issuance, transaction, and settlement of many different of any sort of value transfer instrument. That could be a commodity, that could be a currency, that could be a security, and so on and so forth. Now, obviously, we have to deal with it. But the reality is we've spent a lot of time and focus proactively educating our audiences. Those could be issuers, those could be investors, those could be financial professionals, and tailoring their information and experiences to benefit their knowledge of blockchain securities.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Go ahead.
How much do you and your family love this work that you're doing now?
Oh, it's amazing. As an attorney, you're often doing work for clients, and that's what an attorney does. But it's a unique spot where you're able to actually leverage your knowledge base that you've developed over the course of decades and put that into practice to see something really special happen, to create an upgrade to the capital markets. This is a big deal.
So what would have to happen now, moving ahead, for you to start seeing results, to start seeing that your faith in this project is now paying dividends? What's the next step?
Well, we're basically at that point. We're waiting on our final regulatory approvals from the SEC. And once that happens, we anticipate to be the first public market for blockchain securities. And in order for blockchain securities and digital assets to go mainstream, there needs to be a public market where the average investor can participate, the retail investor can participate in this new asset class. Historically, they've been stuck on the sidelines. This will be the first opportunity where they can actually participate with digital assets and blockchain securities.
So are we actually talking about a democratization of investment in that respect? That it's more open to more people?
The public markets are open to everyone as is. It's just a more efficient mechanism by which to issue, transact, and process those securities. And the investors, traders, financial professionals, and issuers get the benefits of that technology upgrade.
So what's your vision then? 5 years down the line, what would you like to be seeing happening with Promethium?
5 years down the line, we see Promethium integrating into the existing Wall Street market structure. We see third parties tying directly into our ecosystem where they can allow their customer base, their clients, to invest directly through their existing brokerage account. Furthermore, we wanted people to feel comfortable. So when they have their investment experience is what they've traditionally experienced. They're investing through a brokerage account. They're trading on an equity-based marketplace. So they're totally comfortable with what they're experiencing.
Aaron, good to talk to you. Thanks very much indeed.